For over 40 years, Phylicia Rashad stayed quiet. At 77, the woman millions once knew as the perfect television mother has finally decided to speak. What she shared surprised many and changed how people see the show that made her famous. Behind the smiles, there were things she saw, but never said. Until now. This is her story, the one she kept to herself for decades. In the 1980s, The Cosby Show was one of the most popular shows on television. It showed a successful black family, something that was not often seen back then. Phylicia Rashad played Claire Huxtable, a smart, loving mother and a strong role model. People across the country admired her. She became a symbol of what a caring, confident mother looked like. Many viewers felt like they knew her. The show brought laughter and life lessons into millions of homes. But while everyone watched the perfect family on screen, there were things happening behind the scenes that no one talked about. Rashad saw more than she ever let on. Until years later. While the cameras showed happy family moments, things off-screen were not always the same. Phylicia Rashad remembers moments that felt strange. Moments she did not understand fully at the time. She noticed Bill Cosby often brought young women to the set. These women did not work on the show. Sometimes, they were taken into private rooms. No one asked who they were or why they were there. People on set did not question it. They just looked the other way. Rashad says the mood would sometimes shift when Cosby was around. There was respect, but also fear. People were careful with their words. Back then, she kept quiet. She did not want to risk her job or her future. For many years, she carried those memories in silence, unsure of what they really meant, or if it was even her place to speak. During the years of The Cosby Show, Bill Cosby was not just the star. He was in control. He helped choose the cast, shaped the storylines, and even had influence over the network. People listened to him, and few dared to question his choices. On set, what he said often became the final word. Phylicia Rashad, like many others, followed the rules and stayed focused on her work. Speaking out or asking too many questions could put your career at risk, especially for women. And even more so for black women in Hollywood. The message was clear. Do your job, stay quiet, and do not get involved in anything that does not concern you. Rashad felt that silence was the safest option, even if something did not feel right. For years, Phylicia Rashad kept what she saw to herself. She focused on her role, stayed quiet, and tried not to think too much about the things that did not make sense. At the time, staying silent felt like the only safe choice. Speaking up could have meant losing everything she had worked for. She even publicly defended Bill Cosby once, trusting the man she thought she knew. But when more and more women came forward with serious accusations, she began to question her own memories. Had she missed something? Had her silence helped protect someone who did not deserve it? These thoughts stayed with her. Rashad began to feel a deep regret, not just for what she saw, but for not having the courage to speak sooner. As time passed and more voices came forward, Rashad started to look back at those years differently. The things she once ignored now stood out more clearly. She remembered the quiet moments, the strange looks, the women who came and went. It all began to make sense in a painful way. She realized that her silence, even if unintentional, had played a part in keeping the truth hidden. That understanding was hard to accept. She no longer stood by her past defense of Cosby. She admitted that her words were wrong, and that they hurt people. This moment of honesty marked a turning point, not just in how she saw the past, but in what she wanted to do moving forward. Now Phylicia Rashad has found a new path. She spends her time teaching young actors and artists, helping them find their voice, something she wishes she had done sooner. In her classes, she talks about more than acting. She talks about truth, about listening to your instincts, and about speaking up when something feels wrong. She encourages her students to be brave, even when it is hard. Rashad knows she cannot change the past, but she hopes to shape the future. By sharing her story, she wants others to understand the cost of silence. For her, this is no longer about one person or one show. It is about making sure the next generation knows that their voices matter, and that telling the truth is always worth it. Phylicia Rashad did not speak out for fame or attention. She spoke because the truth had waited long enough. For years, she carried the weight of silence, unsure, afraid, and hoping she was wrong. Now she knows that staying quiet can sometimes do more harm than good. Her story is not just about looking back. It is about helping others move forward. And while it took her decades to find the words, she hopes her voice can give strength to those who are still searching for theirs.